So for my guard position, right? This is a pretty good guard. It's alright guard. But what I want to do, if I want my guard to last longer and like myself not to get tired out by just squeezing so hard, if I try to bring my butt closer to him, and my legs down more like this actually will last a little bit longer. So you don't like exert as much like force and energy. So yeah, I learned all lazy stuff. So we're just gonna do what Jordan's favorite move, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to chain some like.
What's my favorite move?
Hip bump. Oh.
Oh god, that one.
Hip bump, right?
It gets me every time.
So we'll show you some chain off it. So, you were here Sunday. So, you were here Sunday. No, you weren't.
I wasn't here Sunday.
Okay. So, common things for this guy, for my opponent to do all the time is, especially up to blue belt level, the most common guard break is right here, right? By pushing a lot of pressure on my sternum, stomach area, right? And then they put their elbows in or something, whatever, right? If they're just like, so let's just say he just pushes really hard, right? In this position, keep this. What I want to do is I want to break his posture before I do anything else, and I'm gonna like, it's just like something useful to know, and it's sometimes weird to teach it. So cup his hands right here, so he doesn't have something to post with. I'm just gonna toss him forward. So I'm gonna use my hips right here, just toss him forward. The reason why I cover this, like just cover it. Like, you don't need to like strongly hold on to it or whatever. Just make sure you cover it, because if you don't, you just go post, and then it's like, oh. Okay. It's like, but I want to bring him all the way down. Because then, once I bring him all the way down, I can like hold him and do like what I want to do, right? It's the first move, right? First step, right? And this is just in general if you want to do any moves, right? And you want to break his posture. But what I want to do is I want to chain it. So as soon as I bring him down, his first reaction is he's going to get back up because you just made him lose the position that he liked, right? So most people, first instinct is just to get back to where they were, right? So I'm going to pop him down, and he's going to come back up immediately. So as he comes back up, I chain it, I take him down. See, I use his momentum of him getting up, and I'll toss him at the same time, right? Because like if you just go for a hip bump sweep, like people can tell, and it's like very kind of obvious. Like
you see it
when I was
coming.
doing it in competition, people just kept tackling him back down, you know?
You have to remember to be explosive. You can't do a slow hip bump sweep.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, that too. It's an explosive move. That's why I don't use it that much.
You need to hit your move before he can react.
Yeah. Okay. So when he does come up, I'm just gonna do it slow again. So, well, first I'm gonna pop him down. So I'm gonna pop him down. He comes back up. And so as soon as he comes up, I want one hand on the floor. One hand on the floor. I unlock my guard. A lot of people do this with the guard still locked, and it makes it really hard for you to just bump him, right? You want more power because you want your feet on the ground, right? And then you want, as the name suggests, you want hip bump him. At the same time, I want to take out one of his pillars. So by just putting one hand over his hands right here, I collapse the pillar for him to post. Like this. And get him on top. That takes him out. Good? Yep. Cool. So, you need to see it? You need to see it.
Yes.
So, let me do this. But, like, when you get to higher levels, it's still very rare for you to start hitting it. Like Chris, like, when I first started sparring him, he, like, does it a lot and hits pretty high levels, so I had to get used to it. After I get used to it, it's like, I know he can do it, right? So, you know, you gotta have, like, a move afterwards, right? And so now what he does is he chains, like, a Kimura or omoplata right afterwards. I want to teach how to chain a triangle off this, right? So usually when you're doing the hip bump sweep, when you come up here, you're gonna try to like take out this pillar, right? But actually instead, because what I'm going for is not the sweep, I'm gonna try to submit him. I'm actually not gonna take out this pillar. I want him to have that there. So what I'm gonna do instead, I go from going here to like right here on his face. I'm gonna push his face this way, right? Well, as I pop. So I'm pop. Post with this hand, okay? So I'm gonna pop, post with that hand. He took out one of his legs, right? He made the space for me, right? I forced him to create that space, so now. So instead of taking out this arm, I'm gonna push his head this way. And this is one of my favorite moves, but I don't do it anymore because I get tired against you guys. So if you have mad cardio like Chris and Jordan, this is a move you should totally get good at. Just in case, because sometimes even if you do this, sometimes they're faster than you and they know ahead of time, so that comes out anyways. So might as well, like look at all the space between you guys. Your legs are already like, you know, free right here. Just go for it, you know. Just finish. Yeah, it's like better than like trying to like force his hand this way, and he's strong, and he just keeps both hands in, right? If you're fighting against a guy that's very stubborn, and he knows he has to keep his hands here, I gotta force him to get that one hand out of the way for me to do that triangle, right? I gotta be more, gotta chain my moves and be like more sneaky with it. So once again, I'm just gonna start from the very beginning. So we push here, I'm just gonna take you down. So you come back up. Instead, I can go here, boom, right like that. And from here, you just adjust. If you need to, push here, adjust some more. Just like that. You guys it? Sure. Cool. I'll do it to. So, from very beginning, if you push pressure on me right here, right? This is really annoying for me because a lot of people, try to break guard this way, right? So I either cup here or hold the wrist and just make sure that you fall forward. When you fall forward, you come up immediately, okay? All right. So what's gonna happen is I go boom, you come up immediately. Boom, I go for this way. Smash this way, so you pose. You have to pose. If you don't pose, right? You just go down, right? All the way. So you have to pose, sure. Nice enough, right? So when you pose, I have a move, like I'm already one step ahead of you, right? So then I know what to do afterwards, right? Because I know that's your natural reaction, right? So once again, kick it down, boom, come up, boom. Come up, just boom. That was a little slow. Sometimes, if his arms are across, like right here, and you feel like you can't bring it across, pop your hips. You can bring it over. I always like to finish from like an angle. But some people like to finish it just like here. Depends on you. Cool. Good. Partner up, say partners. Actually, let's switch up partners. Chris, can you work with Gabe? And
every single time, I'm not going to go for the head. I'm going to go for the arm to try to bump sweep. And if that doesn't work and he posts out, what I do is a Kimura from this exact position. So I'm here, I'm up high enough because I'm committing to this move, and I'm already here, but I can't get him over, and he's posting. And he's going to knock me back down. Henry, knock me back down. See? So what I'm going to do from here, go. Sit up. Go up 100% for the sweep. He posts his arm down, and I'm going to take this arm, and I'm going to grab his wrist. And yes, you might feel off balance, but you don't have to keep yourself up here once you grab the wrist. You can fall down. So I'm going to take this posting arm, I'm going to grab the wrist, and I'm going to lock, just like a Kimura. And then I'm going to fall down because I can't keep my body up like that for too long, especially if he's fighting. And one of the most important things is keep his arm, his wrist, away from his body. Because if you do it normally, and you go here, and I just grab the wrist, he's going to want to tuck in. And I've got nothing, and he's got kind of something. So, one, he blocks, grab the wrist, and lock up, keep it away from his body, sit back, and just finish the Kimura, just turn.
Some details of the Kimura that make it a lot stronger is, sure. So, I'm just going to get in the Kimura position. Oh, actually, I'll do it. So boom, goes here, grab back the wrist, right, come back down. I want to be at an angle, and I want to tuck this closer to my chest as possible. And a lot of people like to do it from here, like this, right? But he can start wriggling from here. Like that, yeah, right? So you obviously don't want that, especially when the guy's really sweaty. This happens so often. Keep it close to your chest, so you can't wriggle. It's a lot harder for him to wriggle. And when I do pop, I don't pop like just with my hands. I want to move my whole body. So whole body versus one thing is like most of jiu-jitsu, right? Any move I want to do, it's like my whole body has to work with me. So in this case, I rotate my whole body with it. So move my this part, like my whole body, not just my hands, but like my whole body rotates. And that gives me a little bit more power, especially if you're a smaller guy like me. You gotta rotate your whole body. Okay? So that's time detail, and just partner up and same thing. Yeah, let's go.